As we all know, and we've been told that Kamala Harris is a very important person. She's very important because she is of interracial heritage, because she's both black and also Indian, and it's so important. And so even if you yourself are a member of an interracial marriage, if you don't support her, you are some sort of evil traitor. We learned this courtesy of Sunny Hostin, one of the bright, illuminating minds over at The View, a repository of nearly all stupidity in the universe. Sunny Hostin, we need to have like a running ranking here at the show of who's the dumbest person on The View. It might change day by day. I mean, that is real intellectual luminaries over there. I have not seen this sort of intellect since my 1.5-year-old son was attempting to remove his diaper the other day. Like this is really just a high level stuff here from Sunny Hostin.
Since she is in an interracial marriage, she should have known that to support a racist is problematic. Her children are biracial, and her family is one of the families that in the 70s could not have lived in any of Donald Trump's buildings. So it just seems to me that maybe she's just not that politically savvy.
Oh, she's not. Brittany Mahomes she's not politically savvy. You see, if you are in an interracial marriage, you cannot support Donald Trump. How could you possibly support Donald Trump? You have to support, because melanin. You have to support people who have similar levels of melanin to your spouse. That is the most important thing. That's what tolerance means. Tolerance means that you will only vote for people who have similar levels of melanin. And if you agree with the political positions of the white guy, well, that's secondary. And we all know that it's secondary. Like why would you possibly do that? The racism on the left is so embedded at this point that everybody just sort of takes it for granted. But it really is quite racist. It really is kind of amazing. The reality is that you can't predict the future of healthcare. You can't predict what you can get from your doctor these days. Supply chains can break down. That is why you need to take your own health into your hands. And let me tell you how to do that. You should get a medical emergency kit from the wellness company the way my family has. Now, this isn't your usual first aid kit with some Band-Aids and aspirin. This is the real deal. My medical emergency kit contains actual doctor prescriptions to treat over 30 common and serious medical conditions. We're talking about life-saving medications the mainstream media don't actually want you to know about. Do you need a generic Z-Pack to knock out the cold and flu? Got it. Amoxicillin for infections, earache, strep throat, pneumonia. Check, 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 check. From UTIs to nausea, the prescriptions you need right now are at home in your kit once you get it. It's like having an urgent care clinic directly in your home. Here's how it works. You just match your symptoms to the doctor-recommended prescription in your booklet. No waiting to see a doctor, no pharmacy lines, no copays. You can order 100% online in minutes. Your kit ships directly to your door. So here's what you need to do. Go to urgentcarekit.com/Ben, answer a few questions online. Your kit will be delivered directly to your door. Use promo code Ben. Get $45 off right now. That's urgentcarekit.com/Ben. Enter promo code Ben. That's urgentcarekit.com/Ben. Meanwhile, Disney doing just an absolutely bang-up job with all of their recent television releases. They've decided that it is very important to appeal to their gay employee base rather than, actual fans. So you remember The Acolyte, which was the Star Wars show that was canceled after one season because it basically upended nearly all of the Star Wars canon in favor of trans lesbian themes. It was really exciting stuff. It made no sense at all. It turns out that the Force was made by lesbian space witches. It turns out that when you turn to the dark side, your lightsaber goes trans, which is weird because I remember that time that Anakin Skywalker killed all the younglings and his lightsaber stayed exactly the same color. It was billed as the queerest series ever on Disney, and audiences responded by being like, I don't want to watch this. It's terrible. The writing made no sense also. I mean, it's just a bad series all the way through. Well, now they're doing the same thing with a brand new series they've released called Agatha All Along. Agatha All Along. So you remember that that was the punchline of the Scarlet Witch series, the WandaVision series on Disney+. So I watched that series. It was okay. It didn't make a lot of moral sense. I believe that I have a YouTube review of it from a year ago, perhaps. Well, now there's a spinoff in which Agatha Harkness, who's like the next door neighbor who turns out to be the witch, the bad witch. And that's the joke, is that it was Agatha all along. So now they have a brand new series called Agatha All Along. And the series is now being billed as the gayest series ever. Wow. It's precisely what you want your kids to see. So the first episode includes Katherine Han showing her bare butt to a teenage girl, by the way, like in public. It has Aubrey Plaza bragging that it's the gayest, queerest show ever. Again, how Aubrey Plaza has become like a big star is sort of beyond me, considering she has one facial expression. And it's kind of weird. But there's like a full scene, apparently, in the first couple of episodes where she licks Katherine Han's hand. Like, this is exactly what parents signed up for. When you signed up for Disney Plus, this is precisely what you signed up for. Now, again, this all makes me very sad. I was like a huge Disney consumer. Huge. I grew up with going to Disneyland was like the best day in the world when I was a kid with my family. When I grew up and I had kids of my own and we lived in SoCal, we were annual pass members at Disneyland, and I'd say at least once a month we went to Disneyland. And Disney came out with a new product and we would consume it. And then we moved to Florida, and we were really excited because Disney World's over here as well. And now it turns out that Disney has basically decided that they do not care about their core audience, which is parents and kids. They're going to go for a bunch of gender neutral or gender queer young adults who are desperately interested in seeing a coupling between Aubrey Plaza and Katherine Han. Sounds awesome. Here, by the way, is a clip of Katherine Han explaining this is the gayest series ever for Disney. I mean, what? That's a hell of a pitch.
It's been described as the gayest Marvel project ever. Do you agree?
I mean, I think it's pretty, well, what is the most exciting about it is that that's not exactly what it's about.
Yeah,
it's so
right.
normalized.
And then here's Aubrey Plaza explaining the same exact thing.
I'm told, I've seen the first episode, but Agatha is the gayest Marvel project yet. Do you agree?
It better be, because that's what I signed up for. I think it is.
Now, I don't want to, make a bunch of accusations about the crap marketing over at Disney, but I have yet to see a worse marketing effort than what Disney has been trotting out for the past few years. They've made parents so wary of everything they put. It infuses everything. Literally everything. You feel as though you have to, read common sense media for every single product they put out to determine whether you even want your kids to watch it. This is why we created an entire kids network called Bent Key with content you don't have to worry about putting your kids in front of. It's perfectly safe. We know because we watched every single episode of it. I put my own kids in front of it. The problem with Disney Plus is when they're not warning you not to watch Lady and the Tramp because it has racial stereotypes. I'm not even kidding. That's a thing they do. They make you sit through it. You can't even fast forward through the placard at the beginning that tells you you're a racist for watching Lady and the Tramp. Also, by the way, pay us $15 a month so you can watch Lady and the Tramp. They're not just doing that. Now, every series they come up with has to be even more gay and genderqueer than the last. Loki, it turns out, is bisexual. It turns out that Agatha All Along is a story of yet more lesbian witches. The Acolyte, lesbian witches. It's an incredible betrayal of their own audience. And I have no idea what Bob Iger is thinking. No idea. Because, again, what it means is that every time a trailer comes out, you're looking for it. You're looking for it. I remember when the trailer for Wish came out. Wish was a complete bomb for Disney. Just dead on arrival. And the first thing everyone who's conservative or even sort of traditionally minded did, they looked at the trailer like, where's the sucker punch? I know it's coming. Where's the sucker punch? And then you watch the trailer and it was like, oh, this whole movie is about how God is mean for not granting everybody their wishes. Like that's everything from Disney these days. And it's really sad. It's really pathetic. They took some of the most important IP in human history and they've now turned it into just a flaming dumpster heap. They're doing exactly what they accused the villain Kylo Ren in Last Jedi of doing, which is burning up all the old material in favor of the new. That's precisely what they're doing, and they're losing audience in the process. So good luck with that. See how it works out for you. F around and find out. Are you tired of the lies and the twist of the mainstream media talking points? Yeah, me too. Join me in my newest series, Facts, where I dismantle and bring truth to this tiring mainstream agenda.